Welcome back to The Count. Growing tensions between China and Taiwan. Taiwan saying it's preparing for war after China flew nearly 150 warplanes into Taiwan's air defense zone earlier this month. Joining me now to discuss is former executive vice president of Fox News and author of the book, Of Course They Knew, Of Course They, John Moody, joining us right now. John, President Xi saying that he wants a peaceful unification with Taiwan. He says that military drills near Taiwan are just a move to protect peace. But is there reason to be concerned?
Well, if that's protecting peace, I'd hate to see what he does when he's angry. The Chinese government, the Chinese authorities, and that means Xi Jinping because he calls the shots for China, has said publicly that by the year 2050, Taiwan will be reunited with China. Now, that's as straightforward a threat to the Taiwanese and indirectly to the United States of America as he can make. He's going about it by, as you say, these overflights into Taiwanese territory. They are also upgrading, and the word I've heard is hardening, 3 naval bases in Fujian province. And that's in China, but it's directly across the strait from Taiwan. And by hardening, what they mean is making them assault capable. So it's a pretty clear message that Xi is sending. And I think that everybody knows what he intends to do. It's a question of when will he actually try to do it, and what will the world's response be?
Now, compare that messaging to those given by President Biden during a speech in Connecticut yesterday, in which he touted his close relationship with China's President Xi Jinping. Let's take a listen.
I've had hours and hours and hours of meetings and personal conversations with Xi Jinping. I spent more time with him, I believe, than any other world leader has, when I was vice president and now on the phone. Every time he calls, or we talk on this, and now it's a conversation between an hour and a half and 2.5 hours. Not a joke, my word.
So despite President Biden having such a cozy relationship with his Chinese counterpart, do you think that President Xi has the same respect for our commander-in-chief?
No, and I think that what President Biden said right at the end, it's not a joke. He didn't mean it that way, but he should know this is not a joke. Xi Jinping has no intention of bowing to the United States, of coming to any agreement with the United States, unless it is what he himself wants. He is a man on the move. He is moving upward. He thinks that he is the greatest Chinese leader since Mao Zedong, and he is imposing a philosophy of life called socialism with Chinese characteristics. It's his baby. It's his idea, and he's going to see it through, whether it takes war, whether it takes threats, whether it takes intimidation, or whether it takes just a weak president in the United States.
And before I let you go, too, we have about 30 seconds left. When we look at what's happening between the United States and China, whether it be with Taiwan, whether it be with our trade, whether it be the South China Sea, we could go on and on. Is the United States ill-prepared to take on China in the future?
Yeah, we don't understand that they are not our friend. They cannot be reasoned with. They are not going to be negotiated into democracy. They're not going to do what we want them to do. They're our enemy. And people who don't understand that don't understand the world.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bleak thing to talk about on a Saturday night, but it's something that I think our government has to start acknowledging, because it's something that is quite literally the future of whether or not we're going to be authoritarianism or democracy in the future. That's Joe Biden's own words himself. But John Moody, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Alex.